In terms of agenda, what we'll cover off today, we'll try and define what a risk report is, although to be fair, there are hundreds of different definitions out there, but we'll have a think about what we're trying to achieve with this particular tool. We'll look at the regulatory position and think about the expectations that our regulators have. And we'll use some examples from the UK regulators, but predominantly, most regulators have an expectation on senior managers to understand and respond to how risks evolve within their business. We'll think about the challenges about data and how we make sure that we've got accurate data that has integrity, but also be aware of the potential problem that we face in sharing data with senior managers. They're often going to be too busy to interpret that data and to do that consistently. So we'll need to apply some analysis to that data beforehand to make sure it's positioned in a useful way. They should be able to pick it up, see the issues, think about the actions required as a consequence of the data, not spend their time interpreting the data. We'll think about the different components of effective risk reporting, share some ideas around how we can make that land even better. I think a lot of this is around trying to manage some of the noise around risk reporting. So we should recognize some of the challenges, we should think about some of the good practices, and that's what we'll share today. Summary and close, we'll wrap up the key points, and then there'll be a multi-choice test following this recorded webinar. There are some challenges around risk reporting, of course. The status quo is firms have been conservative for a while. Some of the reporting that we issue will be externally published as well. And if there is a significant difference between the commentary that you have and the measures that you use and discuss internally versus externally, then there's a question to ask around how conservative you're actually being. A lot of firms talk about, I'm not going to share any information that is commercially prejudicial. Okay, you think, well, we've got international financial reporting standards, we've got a well-established set of processes that everybody needs to show. We disclose if we've lost money or money put aside for bad decisions, bad debt, whatever it might be. That's the same argument. Yeah, but we have to do that, and we don't have to with risk. Okay, but why do we have to do it with financials? Well, it's sensitive. Investors need to see it. You're a listed company, you have to disclose because people would take that information into account when deciding whether to work with you. Well, shouldn't they do that for the risk management as well? If it's sensitive, that's even more important to disclose it to regulators, stakeholders, consumers.